Howdy. Seems as though Wazuh got a little screwy. I thought we were down to around 50 failures, but now we're at 75. That's fun. Oop. Not seeing anything new on the main page. I mean, that's all stuff that we had left behind. The bootloader password is definitely set though, and app armor's there. I also decided to spend a little bit of effort yesterday and compile OBS Studio from source. So everything is graphics accelerated and it's using about 20% of the memory, or 20% of the CPU and about half the memory, which is interesting. I'm not sure what I left out that is in the main, but oops. Nothing to it but to do it, right? First things first, let's re-enable root, just so that we don't have to, well, we probably don't have to worry about re-enabling root, actually. Because I don't think we have any more file system changes to make. But if we do, we'll go that route. So let's just run through our list real quick. We know, well, actually, we want this guy. We're checking for updates, huh? So of course we're talking about Wazuh. Wazuh. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to say this word. I doubt it, but it could happen. And then we'll just say we should kind of keep a track of and we'll do it by ID. Three 33018 and 33028. It'll actually be interesting. I mean, if we're going to come back and the number of failures has changed, so it'll be interesting to see where that shift came from. I mean, if anything, it would have just had to have added some not applicables in, but we shall see, right? 29 is, yeah, id check. I'm not dealing with you. I wonder if I should have some notes as to why they're false. Yeah, we'll see. Fine, we'll do it. Bad reading. 7 is bad reading. 18, bad reading. 28. We'll just say that these are aid related, so we can keep them together. It's a bad reading. And 38. GDM is bad reading because it's not installed. The whole time sync stuff is wonky, so I'm gonna have to, maybe that's a different flag. We'll just call it time sync because there's kind of a wraparound issue there. Oops, that's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Yep, 3352. Time sync. The UFW stuff. Ooh, actually, that's the first one. We apparently don't have the default deny policy. UFW status for verbosity. Let's see what we got. Oh, right. Didn't I just say I'm gonna do this not as root? There's my slider. I need this to be more reachable. Default is deny incoming, deny or reject incoming. Default of a deny or reject outgoing right now is allow. That's going to be interesting with K8, but for now, we'll run through those. Why not? Right, and default deny routed. All right, we're set to default deny now. Sweet. Ensure it is installed or UFW status active. Okay. That's definitely a false. It's 33087. And we'll just say bad reading. All right, next. This is a bad reading because the IP tables actually is not there. Tables points to app tables, which is managed. Do I want all that? We'll just say that. That's enough. And then we have these. Yeah, all of these bad readings. $33,089. 33. Oh. We're just going to copy this because there's a bunch of these. $33.90. Ensure a table exists. Ensure base chains exist. $33.91. Ensure loopback is configured. Ensure default deny policy. That's already in place. Oops. Then we're looking at 093. Ensure the service is enabled. Which, why are you that way? Like, there's no reason for that. It does say it's disabled, but that's because UFW is doing it, and it's just reading its rules from NF tables. If I'm getting that correctly. Actually, list IP tables. Okay, so the packages are installed. Why would this be failing? Oh, is it the dash persistent? Yeah, that's the problem, because it doesn't use that. So, same deal. Where were we? 093, 33894. And we're on page 3. Ensure NF tables is not installed. It wants it installed, but it wants it not installed. All right, bad reading. Ensure UFW it's not installed. We've already done that. And we're back to the default deny policies. All right, 7, 8. And 100. And now we're on Auditd. Now Auditd is definitely installed. We installed that yesterday. So why is this coming back bad? Audit. Auditd, right? Yeah. Okay, so it's installed. What other command is being run? Probably this one. No information is available. Are you a thing? You are a thing. All right, what plugins does this include? What does this give us? And why are we installing it? I don't know. Auditd plugins provides plugins. Relay events to remote machines or analyze events. Okay, but what are the actual plugins? Let's see what you got. That's all the remote stuff. Changelog. It looks like it's all just remote stuff, but it talks about other things. Okay. Ah, here we go. Great. They're plugins, accept it. Oh, I hope my audio levels are fixed. I did just recompile this. Sorry about that if you're wearing headphones, and they're not. All right, well, we'll just act good, not use sudo because we are root. And do the thing. At least it's not a false negative. Wait, what? Huh? Can't resolve dead. That's... Ah. Uh-oh. What's going on? That should be happening to all my machines. Okay. Let's try your gateway. All right, you can't get anywhere. Why? I know why. We just blocked all outgoing. So I need to UFW allow apt. No. All right. I think we need to just enable 53. Okay. I think we can enable. Oh. UFW allow apt. No. Allow. Let's try DNS first. I also need probably to, I don't need to enable ping. I mean, if I'm doing testing, yes, I need to enable ping, but I need to enable all right. Now, Could not resolve. Still can't resolve. Do not. I need a tail. I forgot this version gets rid of. I'm so used to syslog. What do you mean? Cannot create file. Oops. There, log. Let's fix that one real quick. Oh, you know what else we need to do? I'll bet right now the Wazuh agent is not able to get out to update anything. Oh, this is fun. Okay. So we're going to need to right now I have DNS anywhere. And HTTP and HTTPS. But it's not able to resolve still. Oh, that's taking a long time to return. Communication error, timed out. Do I need to do that? No, still timing out, but DNS is enabled. DNS is allowed. And it says from anywhere, so that should be fine. So I have allow in, right? But I have allow, period. Oh yeah, let's do. Okay, now it says allow in. It's only allowing in. Okay. I have to allow out. To any. Well, actually, I don't want any. I want only to 10.1.24.2. Port 53 and 2053. Okay, now that comes back. Sweet. Now we're cooking with gas. So then I also need to allow out. This one would be to any (443). So DNS is allowed in or out. 443 is allowed in, but it shouldn't be. So let's see, UFW. Oh yeah, I need the, what is it? It's status numbered. Yeah. Because we want to delete 5. And then we want to delete 4. To delete 9 and 10. Well, 10. And 9. No. Oh, it just becomes 10 again. There we go. All right, so we allow. Right now, Kubernetes is only in. We need to allow it out as well. So we'll get there. Yeah, this is going to be the UFW episode. I can feel it. Let's see if this works out again. Am I going to have to let HTTP in just because of the way? Like, can't I just have established connections? Let's see. There has to be a W allow established. So default deny, default deny, default allow outgoing. The rules allow related established are there by default. Okay. So that's unrelated. All right, so I do need to reallow. Is this guy failing? I mean, it's IPv6. That shouldn't matter because I have that in there. It says right there, rule added. Oh, I don't have an out rule for IPv6, I bet. No, I think it created those. I love firewalls so much. Let's see. I bet there's probably a... There's probably an app profile for apt that someone has already written. Port 123 seems to be a good idea. Okay, so this is just for a server. And I already have out. Did I do 53 UDP or TCP? Let's see. I just have DNS. I have DNS in. Okay, so I don't have V6. And I don't, my DNS server doesn't do that, so I need to specifically say if it's V6, it goes to a different server. Allow, what was it? I would need any V6. Let's see. How to deny all. but it doesn't explicitly say. Let's see. Are you sure this is the IP address you want to allow? Trusting Google search doesn't work. I feel like this might be one of the ones where the people are changing their answers. Well, no, it wasn't that long ago. They said they were changing their answers since they bought, what was it, Microsoft bought Stack Overflow? Oh, this is Ask About, well, it's still Stack Exchange. You know what? I'm curious. I've never seen it. Now you know. This is what the main page of Stack Exchange, or let's go. The page that no one has ever seen, right here. Oh, it's so funny. Just one of those weird Reddit posts I saw. Someone asking, can you describe the main page of Stack Overflow without going to it right now? Crickets. So is it, do I do that? Allow out. Photo IPv6 to any invalid for this protocol IP. Okay. Let's look at the UFW man page. So we have allow in. It is interesting that allowing something just assumes in. Like, wouldn't it be out as well? So it's TCP. The following of certain restrictions that are not enabled when the protocol is not specified. Valid for, so IPv6 valid for IPv4 addresses and without port number. How does that make sense? Okay. That's UDP. Allow from this to any app. think that's the one I'm going to have to use for Kubernetes when we get back to it, but actually, I wonder, let's do that real quick, just for the sake of argument. So if we do UFW allow out to any app DNS. That looks like it did it. Then if we do the same thing, allow out to any app HTTP. What do you mean? Could not find matching profile. UFW web server chat directory file. Okay, so it's got an alias. Can I do that? No. Allow out to any. What's that do? No. Oh, well, that's because. Okay, so now it's doing that. And then it should do the same thing for 80. Did we fix apt? We fixed apt. Look at us. We know all of the things. All right. Moving right along. Let's grab this guy because this goes in our links. All right, what started this whole thing? Oh yeah, we're trying to install Auditd. I am going to have to do this real quick. We may as well make sure that this is handled. 1514. Oh yeah, we have to do that dance where it's 1514, 1515. So, not apt, UFW. Actually, I'm going to copy this to this, and it's going to be that. Just making sure I have all the stuff already there. Right, this is now going to be orchestration. I forgot I did that. to the Wazuh server. Wazuh server. There was a server? We're gonna say 1515 and 1514 TCP. Now, but it can't be to any. It's got to be 10.2.100.024. Is that going to work? Oh yeah, it's only going to, of course it's only going to work with TCP, right? Because it's an IPv4, or TCP. Of course it's going to only work with IPv4. I gave it an IPv4 range. I need to get used to using this little switch, but it's just far enough away. All right. So now, in theory, we're going to start getting all new information, right? Now, what we were installing, well, it's the time to do upgrades is when you see them, right? Install this guy, finally. 48 minutes later. And I guess we probably are going to be configuring Auditd, so autid. How many times am I going to do that? All right, so now that one's good. Ensure logs are not automatically deleted. Max log file action. Keep logs. I don't think I need the whole window here. Auditd.com. Okay, what do we got here? We're looking for max log file action. There we go. It says rotate. We're gonna set that for now, but that's probably gonna get changed. I don't like keep logs. Excuse me. But all right, it's set. Next, ensure system is disabled when audit logs are full. Oh, that's drastic. We want action mail accounts. Is root. And then admin space left action. Alt. Space left action. Oh, that's admin space. Where's space left action syslog? Email doesn't seem like the right answer there, but space left action just says email. All right. We're probably coming back. Ensure events that modify data and time information are collected. Only if I can set a folder to ignore. Well, a few folders to ignore. There's no way I'm leaving this running for everything that happens on an orchestration server. Or, you know what? I'll set it up and find out what changes and then figure out what I care about later, right? Probably a better move. In dot rules. Oh, I can just make a are they specifically saying that they want a time change? Oh, okay, they don't care what it's called. Start with a time change rule and add the following lines. -A. Is this a comma separated? Okay, this is just too hard for me to read. There's too much here. All right, for 32-bit, edit or create a file here. Ending in dot rules. Example, blah, 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 blah. Add the following lines. -A always. Exit -F. I may need to see an example configuration here because this isn't making a lot of sense. Do I need to leave the commas, take the commas out? I don't know. Add the following lines. These are going to be basically the same things. Dash A always, exit, exit. There's a couple extra lines in the 64. Do I need the period? Except I need a period up here. All right, let me see an example. Auditd rules file. Because that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's open that into a new one. Oh, you can do it with audit control. Interesting. Okay, but that's all just general settings. That's not... To define a rule that logs all writes to and every attribute change to that. Auto control desktop password. That's kind of cool actually, but let's look at the rules file. So what's the exit for? And it looks to me like it's the dash F. Oh, always comma exit. Okay. So it's always exit, boom, boom, boom. And then always exit, boom, boom, boom. Always exit, boom, boom, boom. Always exit. But what are those saying? Oh, crap. There's the dash A at the... I guess I should have seen that the very first one is that way, huh? Okay. So what is this saying? By using load. This is just a link to the same thing. Why do you keep giving me a link to the same page? Okay, so... But how do I read this? Maybe that's it. We'll just do... We're gonna change that. Or... Audit. No D. All right. Audit rules of a file containing audit rules. Cool. Generally follows -w, so it'd be a write to the file, path to file, permissions, and then key name. A would just be a change in the attributes. But that's not exit action list. Okay, so always just means always create an event. What's this list thing now? Oh, valid lists are task, exit, user, exclude, and file system. Their meaning was explained earlier. Was it? Oh, there we go. Linux kernel has 5 rule matching lists or filters. They are task, exit, user, exclude, and file system. The task list is checked only during the fork or clone of syscalls. It's rarely used in practice. The exit filter is the place where all syscall and file system audit requests are evaluated. The user filter is used to remove some events that originate in the user space. By default, any event originating in user space is allowed. So, if there are some things that you don't want to see, then this is the place where some can be removed. Okay, so I guess it's filtering on exit. I'm still not 100% on that, but let's just grab this. I'm just going to throw you in here. Because I don't entirely get it, but I kind of do. Enough to be able to read it. So this time change rule, when I go back here, that's not what I wanted. Why did you copy? Copy. Great. You saw that, right? Am I running into a weird issue with... Okay. I'm going to say Control C, Control V. Do I want to know? All right, so this is saying on the attribute change, always filter on the exit of the syscall. I'm guessing this is just a flag to say which architecture to run. I don't know what the -s is. Oh, that's probably set. So set, adjust times, adjust time of day. I don't know about -k. Well, let me go back here. Let's look at it. So we have like -w. Okay, that's a file. That's, I think, watch. No, W was write. If there's a write to check password, do some stuff. Those are just the standard ones. so they have standard rules. Let's just say we're going to leave that. Okay, so they exist. I am going to have to rename that though. Because audit rules seems to be the standard, and then they go with the numbers stuff. So instead of calling that time change, I'm just going to call it 30-CIS. Maybe figure out what version this is using rules. Does it mention which version it's running? There we go, 5.5. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There, we'll do that. I feel good about that. How do you feel about that? All right, so now it should be looking for this stuff and should be fine. We're gonna have to refresh audit, but we'll do that on the next run. Ensure events that modify user and group information are collected. Is there the possibility to put, let's just get in there. Okay, looks like typical pound sign. Say boom. Actually, you know, it's probably a better idea. Oops, not what I wanted. We were on what, page 3? Page 3 sounds good. Four? Oh, right. We need to only look at the failed ones, and then we're on page 3. That is 33108. Cool. And next is, shocker, 33109. And this is user and group. It seems like there's got to be a script that just does all this, but based on the number of false positives that I got on here, I don't know that I would trust it. And add the following lines. Right, so that's saying a right to act group, a right to password, a right to shadow, a right to shadow, and a right to there. All right. Next. Ensure events that modify the network. So 33010 or 33110. Yeah, this definitely should be just an Ansible script. Boom, drop it in, call it done. Network environment events. Invents. I'll just stick with the rule set. One of the sad things is that over time I started realizing, like, there should be a script for that. Somebody had to write that script. Sometimes it just has to be you. Like, someone typed all of this at some point. Damn it. We'll get rid of the period on the other end. So A, always exit. Set domain name. Another A, always exit. And then rights. All right. And next, we are looking at mandatory access controls. 33111. Add the following lines. Ooh, did I get rid of that period? I don't think I did get rid of that period. I did not. Where are we on that one, chat? Not helping me out. Why do I keep you around? Why do I keep talking to you? There's no one there. Holy cow, there's a bunch of these. Right, ensure login and logout events are collected. I just had a hook randomly fall. That's funny. 33112. Login, log out, event collection. Rule set. I mean, we've got rule set at the end of everything, so why not? All right, -w, logins, last log, tally log, and no period. 33113, oops. Now we are looking at initiation information. We're just going to say init. Because is it system init? Let's see. Particular system logins occurring at unusual hours. Session initiation. That's why we read, folks. Other session events, blah, blah, blah. The file there run utemp tracks all currently logged in users. All audit records will be tagged with the identifier session. The verilog temp file tracks logins, logout, shutdown, and reboot events. All audit records will be tagged. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. It's telling me what the files do. We're watching all the files I just read about. All right. Three 33114. I feel like I need to have these available on a GitHub or something, because there's a lot for someone else to have to deal with. I wonder if I'd get in trouble for that, because, I mean, technically it's open source, right? I wonder if this art... I bet this already exists. Auditd, rules file, CIS, Debian. Result depends on the order of the rules. Come on now. Let's see. That's not what I was looking for. It's implementation. Okay, so but it's still just a checklist. Okay. That's going to say no rules. We have the basic rules. You'd think. I mean, this server does the search, right? Why wouldn't it just create those rules so you can say, yeah, apply those? These keys are used to differentiate the audit events expected to be monitored specifically. Okay. If we log into the monitored system with an en route user, then we're going to see it happen, right? This rule will check the audit key. Okay. This is all about tracking users, but this is assuming something completely different than what I'm looking for after reading all of that. Well, skimming it. I mean, it's Stanford. It's got to be good, right? This is exactly what I'm doing right now. That's just somebody else's checklist. Bit too old, but it is. This looks like somebody who just wrote a script to do all of the things. What do we have here? Interesting. This could be something to come back to, huh? Yeah, let's grab this. Add this to our links. We did it, guys. We have 2 links. All right. See, am I just missing it? I'm going to save this as it stands. Let's just search the whole thing for anything with 30 dash. We have a lot of Auditd examples here. PCI, but nothing for CIS. I think OSP is one of the lists, one of the ones that it has. Pow, pow, pow. Funny. Anyway. Ooh, who did that? Who would dare? It's not there. Am I getting open source promotion plan? No. Open source psychometrics project? SPPE. It might be, I think that's an audit. Operating system protection profile? That doesn't sound right. It's in German. Is it OpenSCAP? OpenSCAP protection profile. So actually, if I just put all of the OpenSCAP profiles in there and then run it again and see. Now I'm gonna do it right. Do it right. We're gonna do it right. As much as it pains me to, gonna do it right. Back at the ranch. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. There was like 25 that were not applicable before. All right, we were on what, 3? No, we were on 4. 33114. This one. Discretionary access control. Permission modification. Are two S's? No. No. DISCRE. There's no. Where were you on that one? Discretionary access control. Permission modification. We're looking for 464. Add the following lines. Remember that ends in a D. More of these -A always. -K. It's kind of interesting to think that, in theory, on a 64-bit machine, you could run something in 32-bit, so you have to look for that to happen. Alright. Apparently I need a really big spreadsheet. Oh, was that the last one? Looks like it. Cool. Let's just save you for the heck of it. And now we're on 33115, which is unsuccessful, unauthorized file access rule set. Come on, you know we have to do that here too. Right. Five. Same deal for 32, but we don't care about 32. For 64-bit, we want all of these things, minus the period. And you know, at the end of this, I'm almost going to bet that we're going to have to take half of this stuff off just so that the thing will run properly again. But that's fine. At least we know what we took away. I'd rather have it as locked down as possible to begin with. And then we'll go from there. Successful file system mount. Mount. For 32-bit. And the following lines is for 64-bit. I'm sure this is just riveting. But I mean, 99% of the time, this is what security is. You get a list of stuff, just go input that in. The cool thing is that hopefully I only have to do this once. I'm going to copy this file out, and then when I'm building the next one, it's just going to grab this file that I've already done and drop it into the next machine. Which is why I'm sure somebody has done this, but I'm going to throw it on my GitHub and just make sure that anybody else who needs it can have it. It was funny. My bot got kicked out and apparently jumped back in. Three, 117 is where we're at, right? And 117 is sure file deletion events by users are collected. Rule set. Yes, they're all a rule set. The world is a rule set. 32-bit, we don't care. The following lines. Copy, pasta, delete the period, go to the beginning. Cool. 118. Changes to administration scope. Sudoers are collected. Rule set. Editor create, add the following. We're watching these files. The usual. Hey, we're on page 5. We did it. Hey, there's not a whole lot left. All right, now we're on sudo usage. Which, I mean, if you didn't see that coming. We got a dash A. We got a dash A. Only 2 this one. 120. Ensure kernel modules loading and unloading are collected. It's Seems important. I'm actually interested to see what this log looks like tomorrow. Rule set. We're watching that one, we're watching that one, we're watching that one, and then a dash A. That's it. All right. I think we only have one more left. Ensure the audit configuration is immutable. Okay, so we just have to create that file at the end. That's cool. Oh, we're gonna exit you, we're gonna save you. You're now gonna be 99 finalize. And add the line -E2. So set the system audit so that the audit rules cannot be modified with audit control. Setting the flag E2 forces audit to be put into immutable mode. Audit changes can only be made on system reboot. Note, reloading the Auditd config to set active settings requires the Auditd service to be restarted and may require a system reboot. Not sure what I'm getting into here, but I'll take it. We'll see what happens. I mean, on the plus side, I'm not actually using this machine for anything right now. Oh, I should probably actually say why this is here, right? This is, I'm gonna probably have to do 3, 1, 2, 1. Immutable. There, now it's documented, right? And now we're on to our syslog. Our syslog is definitely installed. Or not. Oh, I think it's using something else. Oh wait, yeah, it is. It's using journal control. So then, if syslog's not installed and it's using journal control, can you, let's see, can journal control can replace syslog or be used with it. Journal control is a tool that displays and queries logs from the system's journal. While syslog is a tool that monitors and analyzes Linux system logs. Journal control is more modern and flexible, but it requires systemd to be installed and running. Syslog requires the syslog daemon to be configured and specify how and where. Journal control remote logging? Hey, there's a whole thing. I think I'm on 12. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Hopefully it's not too much different. We need to add this to our links. And before we get too far into that, oops. Before we get too far into that, quick break. Burb. And we return. All right. We should probably also say lots of Auditd. Auditd. Did I do that here too? Oh, I did. Okay, no. I just saw that D at the end. Oh boy. All right, where were we? We were validating whether or not journal D can handle what our syslog does. because if so, then I'm not going to install syslog, no matter what it says. Systemd journal remote. Dash I. All right. It is not installed. Cool. So I'm not too concerned with it right now. I don't have, I mean, I kind of have a server set up, but not really. So I am going to put this on the back burner. But it's good to know that, okay, it is there. Wow, and it's quite in depth. Like, that's nice. You can use certificates, and then this sets up a server side. Now, let's see. Not journal control, journal D. Log stash was one of the ones. Oh yeah. Okay, so when I get there, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. Okay, so we can basically skip over all of this rsync stuff. And just say not applicable. Now that's the one. Oh, we have to add these to the not applicable list. Which is this guy. We are on 33122. And 33123. Now we're on 33127. And we probably don't need the big old screen anymore. That's going to fall under the to-dos. Now we're looking for storage. That's it. I guess so. Storage is persistent. And let's do the compress thing too. All right. See, now we're getting into modifying existing files, and I'm kind of like, should I be creating the... No. Should I be creating the Ansible script alongside this? No, that's just one more thing to be doing. So basically this one's going to get done the complete manual way. And then Dev Mini 2, we're going to go through and do it via Ansible script. Just try and make, well, not try. We're going to make all those changes remotely with Ansible. And then the third one, Dev Mini 1, could just be send. And then we'll see what we have to change for the DevTX and DevPy or Prim. Where was I? I was on log rotate. Sure, log rotate assigns appropriate permissions. Update the create line to read 6040. So it just has to be 0640 like that. Tab. Assign owner group. Okay, so I'm owning as root, and then I'm taking away read, write, and execute from owner and group. That seems weird. All right, let's look at that. So it's already root. Okay. So it just wants 0600. Feel like let's see, minus RWX no, that's the same. Oh, why am I just reading it wrong? Other. Yes. Okay. So it's UGO. UGO. And then all. All right. I don't know why I was reading it as owner. Permissions 700. Is this a dash R? Feels like this should be a dash R. Let's see what we got. I feel like this is going to be all of them. I don't want to expand it down. Should be removed. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run through all of them. So they all are owned root. I'm just going to assume. But this one. So here it's asking for 700. Whereas, oh, because it's already 700, so I'm getting rid of RWX. Okay, I got it. There we go. That should take care of all of them. Because we're going to see daily, we're going to see weekly, we're going to see monthly. And cron D. Sure, cron is restricted to authorized users. This one wants 640. Where are you? Hang on. There is no cron.allow. Okay. It just doesn't exist. Okay. Method, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's separate. Then cron.deny is checked. Okay, so it doesn't want a cron.deny, it wants a cron.allow, and cron.allow should be 0640. Here we go. Even if it's empty. AT. Thank you, AT. They're not specific file only users and allow other methods such as so it's just checking for the file. It doesn't care if that is actually installed. All right. I mean, it isn't used, but okay. Copy. So it's 700, it wants 600, because of course it does. And it should already. Does it say in there? No. Root group. All right, cool. I think X11's disabled, but why am I sudoing? What? Oh, right. X11 forwarding. Well, we don't have X11, so it doesn't matter. Max authorized to 4 or less. Switch to 3. It should be public key authentication. Root login is currently disabled. Let's make sure. Permit root login. Oh, I need to specifically say no. If I do password authentication, no. Keyboard interactive, no. Instead of commenting it out. Improvement explode. The supported Macs are okay. Is that something I set in here? Modify the max line. There is no max line. Is there somewhere with the 55? There is not. Maybe it's in there. No. That's funny. Yeah, I can leave that there. What's that? Password authentication. No. All right. Modify the max line. Let's see what that's supposed to look like. The max setting. Okay, so I may be able to do this. And according to this, it's just like that. And then the list. We'll see how that works, huh? The only strong maps currently FIPS approved. So if I put all of those in there, will I be able to restart it? Sudo again. I probably that's it, it's failed, huh? Bad line, SSH, but oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that would be a problem. Keyword max extra arguments at end of line. Did I leave a period? No, I didn't leave a period. Why would you give a list? It's supposed to be comma separated, not space separated. But they gave me a list that's not comma separated. Make sure I'm not crazy, right? Boom, boom. Yep. I mean, that doesn't make sure I'm not crazy, but it at least acts like it's true, perhaps. Man, that is a lot of them. And there we go. Okay, yeah, it's just a comma separated list. Next, we are on page 7. Wow, we only have 2 pages left. We might get this done today and move on to actually installing. SSH config. And a live count max. So what is it looking for here? It wants at least 3. CIS client. So I should be able to do between 1 and 300. We'll max that out. And I suppose we'll max that out as well. Okay. You know what? Let me... that, and then we're going to view to also be, I mean, this is how I should have been doing it from the beginning. Those changes that I made to other files should have been done this way, but learn and live or something. Also going to want to we're going to copy this and take it out. Move. You know what? We also want to. We'll go down here. We're going to make max authorize 3 there and public key. Yes. So just going to copy this. I'll edit that out later. Oh man. We probably also, well, actually, you know what I can do? Because I can add stuff in there. Version 5.5. Oops. Let's copy that just so we can put it in all of them. So disable. Probably should have put the individual rules in there again, but why? Why would I do these things? See, what that does, though, is it makes it so that I can, in theory, bundle all of these together into probably Git, honestly, and just have Ansible pull them all down in the future. All right, so this is the keep alive and idle. All right, next. We need login grace time. I feel like this should all just be login. Restricting which users can remotely access. All right, so this just wants any one of these to be in there. So we want allow groups. It's going to be SSH. I am going to have to, I believe, make the SSH group, right? There's an underscore SSH, but group add. Okay, and then I want to add group. Start that backwards. No. It's user mod. Let's add group. There we go. Append the user to the supplemental groups mentioned by the -G without removing the user from other groups. Okay. That's what I'm remembering. -AG. So now if I exit here and I say I'm gonna have to make a new one because I don't want to pop all the way out. No, SSH at the end. All right. Now, oh, I'm not root anymore. Now let's SSH in again. Cool. Still works. Wunderbar. All right. So we did that. We're on page 8. Ensure minimum days between password changes is configured. I'm not setting a required password change on here. But it is something that we need. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm the only user for now. Asmin days. Modify user parameters for all users with a password set to match. Right. Advanced warning. Ensure password expiration warning days is 7 or more. Password warning each number of days. Okay, I've already got that. So why did this fail? Oh, because... Wait. Probably couldn't find it in shadow. Modify the user parameters for all users with passwords set to match. Okay, so that's... I'm probably going to run into that here as well. Those are the only users that have a password right now. Ensure inactive password lock is 30 days or less. Alright, it's going to want that for all users, but I'm not going to do that for the Ansible user. That doesn't make sense. Although in theory I should be doing it more than every 30 days, so maybe I do it. Man, I may not log into here for 30 days. Ooh, and I didn't add ConOps, my Ansible user, to SSH. I mean, I may not directly log into this. So then what? I'm not going to change the, this is going to be not applicable. I would say not enough users. Sure, inactive passwords 30 days or less, okay. The CU. Yeah, we've got sudo, so we should be able to block SU, right? Ah. No, we're not worrying about that. By uncommenting the PAM wheel SO statement. Uncomment this to force users to be a member of the group wheel before they can use SU. You can also add group foo to the end at this line if you want to use a group other than wheel. That's the first. It's kind of cool, honestly. Auth required, use, and specifying the empty group. So wait. Group add, subgroup, add the following line. Specify the empty group. Auth required, PAM, use. Okay, so it wants that. Okay. And our final run the following command to set accounts to use shadowed passwords. Right. This is just going through and replacing anything with a password. You know what, before I do this, let's say, I'm going to do this off screen just so I want a backup copy of it before I go making some big change. Oh, you know what? Wait, so it was already set up that way. There must have just been one in there that didn't have it. Probably just a single account or something. Let's see. Put this back over here since it doesn't matter. All right, so it's just looking for anything that didn't have an X in that second field. And it looks to me like everything had an X in that second field. So that might have just been a false. I'm going to put it down as a false just in case. Because I don't want to have to come back to it. All right. And I'm doing sudo again. So here comes the reboot. And I'm going to turn this other monitor on just to make sure in case anything wonky happens. And it's rebooting. Let's see what happens. Make sure it comes up okay. And see what we end up with out of it. I'm going to have to look up how to make more of these listed as not applicable. It's just doing a system check. Giving me the firmware errors. I should just take a picture of that. And it boots. Let's make sure we can get over to it. Oh wait, it's still a yellow light, probably because of that firmware stuff. Oh, sorry, when I say yellow light, I mean the Cisco switch is indicating it does not have an IP. There we go. Now it do. And we're in. Now let's see what the heck. Like all of this is supposed to be somewhat instantaneous. Like it says no dev. Did I put O2O in here? Okay, O2O is not in there. Oh, that's passed. We only want failed. So let's see. I don't know why this isn't picking up. Temp is definitely configured. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's the issue. Because I think, yeah, temp is not a temp file system. Is enabled temp.mount. It does have the temp file system, or it does have temp, but it does not have temp file system. I don't think I can just change it in here. I think I have to create a new one. But let's see. This is almost definitely the wrong way. Oh, right. No. Bum, bum, bum. We go to temp, TMPFS, Bing, X, yes, Bing. I mean, sure seems like it worked. About to find out. Oh man, I forgot to grab another drink. Oh well, only got 20 minutes left. What are the other things it's checking here? Why is it looking for that specifically? Just reloading it real quick because we rebooted again. Hey, look at that. We're down to just 50. 72% score. And all we care about is failed. Well, now temp is definitely configured. Let's hop over there. So mount, though, is going to show this. Oh, it didn't take my change. Well, that would explain it, huh? It says it's a temp file system. All right, that's gonna have to be revisited, I guess. Let's see what it says. Temp file system, temp. Or run the following to enable systemd temp mounting. I mean, if I just do this, yes, my OCD is making me do it. It's happening. Sorry. I actually have to go. Well, let's try it. Crazy? I was crazy once. Yes, I'm even moving the commented one. Oh, it's not enough. So sorry. All right, but that means that I need to comment this out. Oops. Been doing too much JavaScript lately. Right. So that's going to leave the temp file system just dangling out there on the LVM. I could just, I guess, close it down, take it back. Separate partition exists for home. Now this one I don't. Like, what is this? XVDF1. Like, why is it looking for that? I think that one's still just a failure. 8 I'm not even going to deal with. What's going on here? This actually kind of works out because tomorrow is Thursday. My last official day of server work. And at that point, I'll be installing. And then I've got a week off. So tomorrow, we re-add this guy to the cluster. And then I stew on how to turn all of this into an Ansible script for a week. Well, now I've got other stuff to do, but that'll be in the background, I assure you. Grub is meant to be configurable. Yes, somewhere. All right, so this is looking for a password. Where did we put our password? Where did we put our password? Did we just not save it or something stupid like that? Oh no, that's because it's not in here. So wait, it wants... It's checking here whether or not these things are added. All right, so this says if the grub environment set, next entry, okay. Add that, okay. So then when we update grub, it updates this. We're looking at, wait a second. The 01 users is the one that we made. So what's different? It's not executable. So did it just not take because of that? All right. So then we do okay. EOF not found. There we go. Password not found. EOF not found. Do I have to do EOF? EOF set users username. Do I have to do it like this? Let's see, what are our choices here? So let's look at 10. No, that's not what I want. 40. Add a custom configuration file. Cat all of these things. Let's try that again. Password not found. Man, I thought I was through with this. Oops. What should the file look like? It's not what I want. So it's saying to edit the 40 custom and put it in there. Oh, this is the one I was just looking at. Jeez. Encrypted password. I use the user with the clear text and able to log in. The entry should be okay, so that might be the issue. Password underscore pb at pbkdf2 username. Let's try that. Fortunately, it still doesn't work. Okay. Grub2 passwords are stored as plain text and readable. Grub2 can using grub make password. If I want other users, I don't care about the menu. Security, blah, blah, blah. This command into a very long string. All right, so what are the chances that I just spelled it wrong? What do you think? Is that what happened? PBKDF2. No, that is not what happened. Okay. Do I need that extra space in there, you think? Like so? That's also just for the, argument sake. I'm just gonna paste that. Yeah, still not found. Let's see if there's more about that. I didn't even think about if I do that. I'm gonna laugh if that's it. Okay, no. Man, about 20 minutes ago, I thought I was cutting this early. Oh, it's taking forever. Why you so long take? Oh, that's why. No, they're already there. There's something here. Backwards protection to all entries. This is literally copied and pasted. The correct file to edit is 40 custom simply because other files. Okay, so maybe that's the issue. Maybe this hasn't been called yet. Oops. Oh man. I need to do a stupid redirect with sudo. One of those. -C. Okay. Cat. Crub. You never realize just how much you use autocomplete until it just goes away inexplicably. Yep, that ought to do it. I mean, I know I could do that. Fine, I'll just do it this way. All right, let's try this again. Oops. No, it's update. Oh, this probe will not be executed to detect other bootable partitions. Don't care. Now I run into a bit of a quandary though. It should bypass that. But when I set that up, I had the password saved. I no longer have the password saved. Maybe it's time to create a new password, just for things and giggles. Can I ask for a password? So I do pwgen15. Oops. We'll go with this one. Throw this in our notes. And then we copy this. And we put it here. And we do it again. Now we have the password. Well, I think it did recommend to have a user that's not. I mean, in theory, it shouldn't matter, right? Let's see. It's just going to bypass it, or at least it's supposed to. Okay, Grub is booting. And we are validating. Cool. So that's working. So we should be past this now for reals this time. App Armor should be enabled now for reals this time. Still don't know why GDM's coming up. None of these files exist, and this does not show okay. So, and I'm not going to worry about anything time sync related. This is set. So why you know? Come on, let me in. I need to figure out why it hangs like that. It only does it on the first one. After the first one, no problem. Probably some audit file failing. All right. So if we look, we have default, deny, default outgoing, default, yeah, default and deny outgoing. Is it expecting a stack of them? Well, either way, whatever it's expecting, it's not getting it. Let's give this a refresh. We got rid of a problem. Sweet. Yeah, I've got to look into how to make, because a lot of these, like Crony, it's not installed. So I don't need to worry about whether it's configured. I'm using systemd time, this one, and it is installed. I was saying Crony's not installed, NTP is not installed. This is enabled. So that's true. And time date control status. I have NTP, it doesn't say enabled, it says active. And system clock synchronized is no, but that's because I have a firewall rule blocking it. W allow. I need all. I need in and out. Out to 10.1.24.30. Could not find. What? Fine. We need to make one real quick. I feel like that Rick and Morty poster right now. Quick adventure, in and out. Let me just go back through the ones and make sure that I've fixed everything that can be fixed. I need to make, let's just go back to root. For UFW app. We don't have NTP, right? No NTP. NTP, all right. Network time protocol, the greatest of protocols for time. And what ports do we need for you? TP again. Terrible at memorizing ports. Oh, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of funny. NTP clients. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3 and 1023. Well, you're not going to be doing. It should be 1023 out. Yeah. No. We're just going to do this. There's got to be a way in the UFW applications to specify in and out. Nope, just title, description, ports. So I would have to call it in and out. That is NTP out. It needs to go there. So then to NTP in is going to be the 1.0, right? Boom. 2.3. All right, so now I don't need sudo because I'm root. UFW allow out to 10.24 or 10.1.24.30 app NTP out. Oh, whoops. NTP in. Yeah. And out. Try that again. It's a time date control looking now. I need to force a sync. So if I'm looking here, systemd timesyncd.service. Wait a minute. Did I? I allowed out NTP out, and I allow I don't have NTP in. So UFW allow in from bad port NTP in. Huh? All right, let's just think of argument, huh? Bad port. Oh, you know what? I didn't do that in out either, did I? Invalid ports in, out. Okay, it doesn't like the capital UDP. This show set time list set NTP. Show time sync. Usable reserve. That's kind of funny. Not what I'm looking for though. Let's do this. So I mean, why not? Why deny outgoing? Clean your infecteds. I mean, all right, let's. Really? I've just been arguing with all of this, and it's just that. I mean, it's still not synchronized, so it's not super helpful. Status, show me properties. Time sync status. That's a lot shorter than it was before. There we go. Sweet. All right. I think that is where I'm going to say, oh God, Rick, oh God. And call it for the day. If you stuck with me this long, good for you. If not, well, hope to see you again next time. Tomorrow should just be installing Kubernetes and doing the UFW fight all over again. Should be entertaining. I'm probably going to have to just set a rule to allow all. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Till then, take care. And yeah, if you're on YouTube, do the like, do the subscribe, that stuff. See you guys later. No, for reals. See you later. Just one more quick fix, in and out.